Hey everybody, Pickle Alan here. Welcome to the channel, and if you're new, you may not be aware that we have a little tradition at Zero to Awesome where if you screw something up, if you fail at something, you have to drink a pickle beer. So this is disgusting pickle beer. Here comes a chainsaw. We're gonna wait for the chainsaw, and then we'll be back to this. There we go. And we drink a pickle beer because they're the most disgusting thing on this earth, and they really teach us a lesson and remind us of our failures and not to fail again. It's a punishment. It's basically punishing yourself, failing at something. Oh, that's disgusting. And well, that brings us to today's video. So today, I'm working on my garage. This actually starts about 5 months ago when I, in a roundabout way, bought this car lift that I'm sitting on because it's currently not lifting. But I bought this car lift and I was gonna real quick raise my garage door to get the car lift to fit, and that was it. Put the lift in here, I can fit 4 cars in my 3-car garage. Perfect, everything's fine. And then the failure happened. The project just spiraled out of control, and I've now spent literally the last 4 or 5 months trying to wrap this project up. Let me explain. Things started off simple enough. Let's just raise the garage door a little bit so we have space for this lift, and that's done. We're done. Get everything in here. Quick and simple. Project done. We have a success. And then I thought, well, since we're doing all this work and I'm cleaning stuff up, I might as well just repaint the garage just a little bit. And when I started painting the garage, it looked a little too nice. So I ordered some lights to put some lighting in. And then I found a really good deal on toolboxes. So I ordered some new toolboxes, and that required me to redo the rest of the storage in the garage. And then also, because of the lift and because of the new lights and because of toolbox arrangement and battery chargers and things, I needed to move a lot of electrical plugs and wiring. And I'm sure there's many things being left out, but the failure here is a simple car lift installation turned into completely renovating my garage. It's been 4 months and we're not done. So please enjoy the first half of my garage update. Here is the general breakdown. This is a 3-car garage and it's pretty deep and a little wide, but I need to be able to fit 4 cars in here. So right here in the 3rd bay, a 4-post lift is going to go in. To get the lift to fit, this garage door has to be reworked. It basically needs a different opener and it needs to go all the way to the ceiling. So I was just gonna do that, but then I thought, hey, this garage was actually last kind of painted and cleaned out back in 2002. So it's been 21 years, so might as well just repaint everything when I'm at it, make it a little more modern, a little cleaner. I did add some lights about a year ago, and I really like them. So I bought a lot more lights. So these old fluorescents will come out. New LEDs are going to go everywhere. Should be very bright in here. My entertainment center over here has to go away because this needs to be tool stuff. It might move over there somewhere. I need to go through things like my 100 million billion gallon paint collection of old paint and just get rid of, sort, clean up, reorganize, basically entirely transform this garage. Sounds like a lot more work now that I'm saying it, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. Step 1, garage door has to go up. All right, we're going to loosen the spring, and I have a pretty big respect for garage door springs because they will kill you pretty quick. And in fact, you can't walk into Home Depot or Lowe's and just buy these springs anymore. I think you can still order them from them. Even the garage door shop I went to, they're like, oh, you're not doing this yourself, are you? I told them no, but I have done garage door springs before, and I'm using the right tools, 2 of which are winding bars. Do not try and loosen your garage door spring with a screwdriver, you'll probably kill yourself. I have the correct driver to loosen this, so I'm not trying to use some vice grips or a pair of pliers or something that doesn't fit. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to keep my body away from the winding edge because if this thing goes out of control, I don't want these whacking me in the head, which is pretty much the quickest way people kill themselves. And this might be an abundance of caution, but I'm gonna wear a helmet because, like I said, I'm afraid of winding bars. And a couple years ago, we were working on a car. We were taking the transmission out of my dad's 911. And at the last minute, I was like, hey, this is kind of sketchy. I'm gonna put a helmet on. And as you're about to see, that helmet probably saved my life. Just like that. Did it break? Just like that. At least saved me from emergency room visit, so we're doing this safely. Good news, I got the garage door completely reinstalled, and it only goes that high. It's stuck because I'm an idiot. So we're gonna take this all apart and try again. Opens easy though. Opens that. Hasn't opened this well in a long time. Just, it needs to open more. Well, the garage is still in complete chaos, but it's a chaos of progress because things are coming along. The garage door is completely lifted, it is installed, it works. I started repainting over here, and so I'm kind of repainting the garage as we go along because otherwise I have to take everything out and then paint and then move everything back in, and I don't have space for that. So we're doing this Tetris style. So that corner, that Tetris piece fits. The next Tetris piece is this corner. So over here, all these shelves and toolboxes are coming out. And right here on the trailer are three, a little bright out there. Here we go. There we go. So 3 pallets of toolboxes. So those toolboxes go over here. So the plan is I'm gonna take all this stuff out, clean up these walls, repaint this wall, install the new toolbox, and then a lot of stuff on these shelves and that stuff. And it's just reorganize this wall and then move on to the next Tetris piece. So let's play Tetris. I'm not sure how many days we are, or maybe even months at this point, into my garage renovation, my garage update, but progress is being made, even though it looks like pure chaos. We're making progress. I have been moving tools into the area where tools go. We have stuff, you know, that's empty, and we have things and tools, and stuff is going where it belongs, and that means it's coming off of these shelves over here. So right now I'm working on just like getting stuff off the shelf, figuring out where things are going to go. I think paint and various things, painting supplies is gonna live right here. These are gonna be tools and tool cases that don't fit over there. This is blank because I don't know what goes there. But one thing I finally figured out an answer to is kind of what I need to get rid of. I've got a short list of tools that I think are probably gonna go live at Steven's place, including this big shelf right here and that little wheelie toolbox. I got that wheelie toolbox when I lived in an apartment, and I didn't have a lot of space, and actually one of my toolboxes was being used as a dresser, so I needed something for my tiny garage, and it's outlived its purpose. I don't need a wheelie box in this garage. But I am keeping that big toolbox, and it has to go over here, and well, it doesn't quite fit, so we have 2 options. That toolbox is 4 inches too wide. This is 48 inches wide. The toolbox is 52 inches wide. This stuff is very snug in this little space here, so I don't have space for it. So I have 2 options, 2 thought processes. I can take one of these shelves and cut 4 inches out of every section and weld it back together, or I can move this workbench over by 4 inches. And this workbench is bolted to the wall and gonna be an adventure. The good thing is I still need to paint this back wall, so all of this has to come off anyways. So once everything comes off, I'm going to decide, do we make a smaller shelf or do we move a workbench? I'm not looking forward to either of those options. But good news is, I've been doing more shopping. Out here you see we have a bunch of plywood because whatever I decide to do with those shelves, the shelves themselves, the flat parts, is just particle board, and it's 20-year-old particle board. So yeah, some of it's falling apart. So we're gonna make some new shelvy parts for those shelves. And took a bunch of measurements of all my new cabinets and shelves and things. And well, I went storage shopping. Brought my little tape measure. I looked like a crazy person measuring out all sorts of different sizes of containers and boxes and cases and things. But yeah, got a lot of storage, got a lot of things to put stuff in. So I think the rest of the day today is going to be getting every item that's left on those shelves out, reorganized, either in there or in a stack, so I can paint that back wall. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just ready to get the lift in here. I'm ready for this to be done. I'm ready to get back to working on projects rather than working on the garage. Oh yeah, that thing has to go over. Okay, I'm gonna time lapse and music. Gonna move the bug. I'm gonna drink some energy drinks and put some music on and just do this all weekend long. This is what I'm doing. Paint is finally going on the wall, and I could use this painter, or I could use this little painter thing, or I could use this painter right here. But instead, I'm just using a roller. I don't know why. It seems easier right now, especially since I'm going to do one little section at a time. So paint goes on here. Once that dries, put those shelves back, load those shelves back up with what's going to live on them. So this little area will be done, much like that area over there is done. And then we tackle the middle section, and I came up with an idea. I found a way to shrink my shelves without having to weld them. So we're gonna get paint on the walls, get things put away, and then get creative. We'll have our toolbox right here. This shelf is gonna lose about 4 inches, just a little bit, just 4 inches. And then probably electrical work next. Lighting, some outlets, things like that have to happen. But for now, let's paint. this is the result of my genius idea, riv nuts. And instead of having my little rivets here, I have my little bolts and riv nuts down here, which I can tighten up with a washer. But let's just see if it fits. And it does, it works. This will hold a shelf. So I only have to do this, let's see, 6 shelves, 2 on each side. I don't need to do the ends. I only have to do this 11 more times. So I'm going to get to cutting and drilling and riv nutting. And while I'm playing with my nuts, ooh, shouldn't say that. I maybe did a silly thing when I was calculating meticulously how much plywood I needed to cut the new shelves for my shelves. I did not realize each shelf has 6 levels in it, not 5. So I'm missing, I don't know what the math is, 18% of the shelves I need. So I'm on my way to Home Depot, get some new shelves. It's also mildly raining and super wet outside, and I'm trying to get these shelves cut and like painted and put in today, so I can't have my plywood all soaking wet. So we're gonna get creative. We're gonna do some parking lot work to keep our plywood, keep our shelves dry. This should be interesting, and yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy in the parking lot of Home Depot, slicing and dicing his plywood. Don't give me a weird look if you're driving by. So that's where she stands as of this video coming out. A lot of organizing left to do. The shelves are in. I figured out how to make those shelves fit, but you can see there's just nonsense and junk everywhere. I still have to install the lights. I still have to do the wiring for the lift in the new garage door. This whole thing, there's actually somewhere, we've got an electric car on the way, so I need to get the car charger installed and mounted. These are just boxes of tools I haven't really even opened to do tool review videos on because I've been doing all of this garage stuff. Paint is almost done. That wall is painted, this wall is painted, all of this is painted. I just need to paint right there, and around this pegboard. So the painting is so close to being done. All that will come in the next video. We'll have this thing hopefully completely squared away, all the signs hung back on the wall, all the storage figured out, all the electrical done, everything working and functioning, and maybe we'll be back to car projects or house projects or anything besides drinking pickle beers and working on the garage. So I hope you liked what you saw. If you have any suggestions on how to finish this up, how to organize it, anything I should add while I have the whole garage basically taken apart, please leave those comments below, and I will see you for the next one. Cheers. I do want to take a moment to say something. I know people are like, hey, right tool for the right job. You're not supposed to hammer on screwdrivers. This screwdriver has a full metal tang and a hammering head and a little rubber isolator. So you are actually allowed to hammer on this screwdriver. Right tool for the right job. Also, he said tang.